Hi guys, in today's video we'll be sharing a very simple yet powerful tool for improving and enhancing the quality of your relationships. This is simple and powerful, and if you use it on a daily basis, I'm sure that will change the way you feel at home. The connections at home would change. Intentionally, Gary Chapman evolved this technique mostly for romantic connections, but I feel that this is relevant even for other relationships. So relationship is the art of relating, and a good way to visualize a relationship is a bridge, and a bridge that has to be constantly nurtured and created between two human beings. And this is interesting because two human beings can mean two complex, absolutely enriched worlds and worldviews. And so it's like you're always trying to match the tune with each other, trying to understand each other's rhythm, pace, quality, texture, tonality, colors. And because we are talking about two different worlds that are there, and once you constantly understand that, you know what, I can build this bridge and nurture this bridge only when I am connected with my own self and my own rhythm and my own needs. And so this is important, that your relationship with yourself is the most important dimension, most important parameter for the success, for the happiness of your relationship with the other person that you're thinking about. So these are the 5 languages of love, which is based on the premise that each one receives and gives love in different ways. So we have different languages of love. And if we know what is the dominant love language of our partner or of our loved one, then we can nurture them more fulfillingly. And so this is mostly an awareness tool. Once you know these languages of love, then you can genuinely contribute into their happiness. I know I meet so many individuals in my profession and Perfect Life Spot who would think about a relationship as a solution to their unhappiness. And once we are trying to look at a relationship to solve our existing issues, then we are taking it in the wrong direction. Because when you commit to another person, there's an entire new world of issues that you would be exposed to. So you cannot escape from your particular issues. You have to first face them, in some ways constantly create a relationship with yourself, and only then start a new relationship with another person. So these 5 languages of love are, and again this is according to you. You might have a preference for one love language or the other, but according to him, these are the 5. Number 1, words of affirmation. So that would mean that how do you express yourself in words? That would mean verbal connection through acknowledgement, through affirmation, or genuinely tuning into the needs of your partner. So whenever your partner is sharing something with you, how do you receive, how do you reciprocate and respond through words that could be encouraging, that could be words that make that your partner feel important, it could be words that affirms him or her. So words of affirmation, verbal communication. The second language is meaningful gifts. Now, I know that Chapman talked about gifts, but I have customized it into meaningful gifts, which would mean again that you are really in tune with your partner's needs and you are able to understand what would your partner, your friend, your relative, your family member would like to give and receive. So receiving is important here, and for you to give and to be able to be psychologically wise enough to understand what could mean a meaningful gift for your connection. The third language is spending quality time. And we know that we are living in a time that's deeply distracting and interrupted. During this time, to be able to offer your quality time is a beautiful love language. So quality time would mean presence, would mean a space that's uninterrupted, and of course without any devices and notifications. So quality time is the third language of love. Marshall Rosenberg, the founder of nonviolent communication, he often says this thing in his books. He says that if you love someone, ask yourself, how can I make this person's life wonderful? And if you look at Gary Chapman, in some ways, understanding the languages of love is doing that. You are filling the love tank. You are thinking about how can I enrich this person's life. And so that is why love is a beautiful spiritual experience, because it provides an opportunity to transcend from that limited self-referential reality where only your needs mattered. And now you're going beyond and you're including somebody else into that precious self. And so it's an experience of allowing, expanding, growing. Fourth language of love is acts of service. Now, self-explanatory, doing something for your loved one. Like for example, I am somebody who does not really like to calculate my income tax. So when somebody does it for me, that is an act of service that makes me feel loved. I know when I help my mother in cooking, that could be an act of service that helps her. Or even when I'm doing something online for her, because she still prefers me to manage her online presence. And then the fifth language of love is physical touch. Now this could be a hug, this could be all the ways of expressing love physically. And so these 5 languages of love, you can ask yourself, you can do a little quiz, you can ask yourself, how do I like to give and receive love? What's my dominant love language? In fact, you can take down these 5 languages of love and number it in descending order. Like for example, for me, this particular need or language is the most effective way of receiving love. This is how I feel that my heart is most open. So you can number it and you can ask your loved one and ask your partner to give you a certain understanding of what is their dominant love language, and then ask yourself, how can you fulfill them? How can you fill their love tank as Gary Chapman would have it? And so I highly recommend you to do this quick love language test, and you would be surprised to know that how much more clarity, ease, connection, and a genuine sense of intimacy and spontaneity this can give to you. And in some ways, it is very important for us to know that these love languages keep on changing. So these are not stagnant. If you are feeling the need for words of affirmation, once this need is met well, then your love language would change. So you can do this love quiz every now and then and ask yourself what is your need and what is your partner's need. And this being in tune with each other's needs will deeply, qualitatively enrich your relationship. So now you have 5 languages of love: words of affirmation, physical touch, meaningful gifts, acts of service, and quality time. Now that you know this tool, it's extremely important that you put it into practice. If you know it and you don't do it, then you don't know it. That's how I think about life. And love is a beautiful opportunity of enriching your and somebody else's life. Yeah, I'm really curious to know what makes you feel loved. What is your love language? How do you like to express love and receive love? Comment, like, subscribe, and share it with your friends.